Hello, everyone. Donna Gray here, your Stamping Up demonstrator from the Northern Rivers area in New South Wales, Australia. How are you all? I'm trying something really different today. So hopefully this is going to work and we can do some live crafting. I'm using a thing called Zoom. So I'm hoping that you can see me on the screen. And if you can't see me on the screen, please let me know. Please type into the comments. I would love to see some comments and see whether someone is jumping on and that you can actually see me and hear me. So I can see, hello everyone. So I'm trying something really, really different here today. I'm trying a Zoom live stream on my YouTube channel. So I just wanted to have a bit of a chat with you. I think I could craft and maybe make a card. I'll see what I have around here that I could actually make a card with. And you probably just see the back of my hair, which is just a mess. But anyway, so I just want to know whether you can hear me clearly. Please type in that you can hear me and that you can see me. You can hear me, you can see me. So that is awesome. So I'm just going to pop this computer out of the way because I don't actually need it anymore. So we might actually get to crafting because I wanted to just jump on, entertain you for a little bit and do a little bit of crafting this afternoon just to break up the monotonous of being at home, stuck inside, not being able to do anything. Like we all are. Sorry, that was scary. All right, so I can see everyone's comments, which is really, really awesome. Let me see. No, if I do it that way, I can see more comments over the side there. Okay, so let me see if I can share this back to Facebook and see what happens. Let me see. Next, into a group and we will go to Australian card making and scrapbooking and share it. Shared to Facebook. Okay, you can hear me loud and clear, Nina. Thank you. So I'm just trying this out and seeing how it goes. I haven't got anything planned, but I've got a stamp set here, so we may be able to make a quick, easy card. You're cutting up cardstock, Jenny. Well done. So yes, everyone's saying stay safe, Karen. Yes, and same back to you guys. So in this weird world, what we've got going on at the moment, I think that we are so blessed to have crafting in our life. You can see I've got a massive mess behind me on my desks and things, but that's because I've been crafting madly. I've been getting my Stamps Club kits out for the month. I've been designing my online class that will be released on Wednesday, which is fantastic. I'm telling you, it's going to be a fantastic online class. So Rose Ward and myself, Rose is from New York and I'm from Australia. So we design online classes together. And as a bit of a treat, we've decided that we will go with, if you've seen everybody using the Ornate Garden Suite, that is available to us as demonstrators right now. Now, if you want to get your hands on it, we have 4 days left, actually 3 days left now, of our awesome celebration. Our celebration is going to end at the end of this month, the 31st of March. We have the awesome starter kit special. And I'm like a broken record. You've heard me many, many times, but I actually even spoke to a lady yesterday and I said to her, you know, if you're going to buy some crafting products, you might think about joining because you get your products cheaper, so you get more for your money. And that's simply what joining is all about. It's not joining to sell. It's not joining to sign up team members. You can, if that's the way you want to do it, but you can also join just to get a discount off your products. And if you don't make your minimum quarterly amounts, you can then just turn around and purchase as a customer again and pay full retail price. So there is absolutely nothing to be scared of about joining Stampin' Up. And the offer that we have at the moment, which is $235 worth of product you get to choose. You'll also get the mini guillotine cutter. You also get a pack of 6x6 designer series paper. You also get the choice of a free stamp set to any value out of either the annual catalogue or the mini catalogue. You are also able to put some of the Ornate Garden Suite into your starter kit. Now, the Ornate Garden Suite is $238.50, I think, for the whole suite. So, of course, you're only allowed to choose $235. So what you do is you just omit one thing out of that Ornate Garden Suite. Maybe it might be the gilded gems. Maybe it might be the pack of ribbon. But you take something out, and then when you place your first demonstrator order, so your first order after you've joined Stampin' Up to get your discount, you can then put that product back in your first order. So you can order the whole suite if you wanted to. But we are actually doing an online class. Rose is using one of the bundles and I'm using the other bundle. So our deal to you is going to be, if you buy the whole suite, you will get the card packs and the videos for both of our online classes. If you buy the level 1 suite in either class, you will get the video and the class packet for free. If you do the level 2, you will get the video and the class packet free. If you order both, and our online classes work that you purchase the bundle and 3 extra add-on products, or you purchase the stamp set and the 3 add-on products and you get the class kit and the video for free. So you might have seen the way we did our tulips class. It was a fantastic way to show you how our classes work. And you get to make 6 cards. You get to make, we designed 3 cards and you get to make 2 of each. So you end up with 6 cards in your stash when you finish doing our online classes. That will be released on the 1st of April when the Ornate Garden Suite is available to customers. So as I said, if you purchase the whole suite, you will get both of our class videos and both of our class kits for free if you purchase the whole suite. Or you can purchase either bundle, the one that Rose is doing or the one that I'm doing, and you'll get the class packet and the video for free when you purchase the actual items that we include in our online class. It feels like spring here. Lovely to be able to open the windows. It's actually funny weather here today. It's sort of overcast, drizzling rain a little bit. Every now and then the sun comes out, so it's a bit hard to know what the weather is going to be. So you know what, I'm going to flip you forward now because this is no different to the way I normally do my live. So I'm able to use the camera and I'm able to be able to craft with you exactly the same as what we've been crafting before. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to flip the camera, so bear with me. You may get a little bit giddy when I do this. I'm just going to flip the camera down onto my desk, and I'll zoom in a little bit so we can see things better. So I thought I might use the tags and bloom and just make a quick card with you today. Using this gorgeous set is stunning. And this is a level 2 item in our celebration rewards at the moment. So if you spend $180 with me, you can choose this as your free item. Now the punch I'm using, it actually is, someone can tell me out there what the name of this punch is called, because I can't ever remember what it's called. Hang on, and I get the catalogue and I'll actually tell you exactly what it's called. Let's see if we can find it in the catalogue, because every time I use this punch I think, what was that punch's name? I can never remember, and someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but it is in our book. And it's towards the back. I know it's towards the back. Here we are. We have the Label Me Lovely punch and the Label Me Fancy punch. I'm positive it's called the Label Me Lovely punch. Label Me Lovely. Everyone's saying Label Me Lovely. So obviously, I know that there was something, I don't know what it was. There was something in the book when they did the catalogue, something about the way they'd done a mistake. I can't remember. So what I'm going to do is, you know me, as usual, I'm winging it here once again. So I think what I'll do is I'll take a Flirty Flamingo base. So my Flirty Flamingo base is cut at 5 3/4 inches this way by 8 inches. Page 41, yes. I was wondering what Python 41 meant, Sharon. I was thinking, what is that? But you know what? All good. I was wondering about, is there someone's code name? Were you saying hello to somebody? But yes, page 41 on the catalogue. Thank you very much. All right, so we've got a flirty flamingo base. So then I think I want to use, what colour would I like to use with the flirty flamingo to give me a nice, we might use mint macaron, I think, as a layer. So I'm just going to grab my cutter. So how good is this? I've worked out how to go live through Zoom on YouTube. I'm so proud of myself. I've spent most of the morning this morning. I did spend the morning designing my online class, but I've spent most of the morning this morning trying to work out how I go live on YouTube with my Zoom program. Okay, so I'm just going to make that 5.5. So 5 3/4, sorry, 5.5 by 3 3/4 is my first layer. So I have a layer here like so. All right, so now I think I want a whisper white layer. Bear with me while I find my whisper white. It should be around in this room here somewhere, up there, back in the spot where it should be. Okay. So as I said, I was not organised to do this. I was just trialling it to see if I could go live properly on my page. So I'm just going to go to 5 1/4 by 3 1/2. And that will give me a really nice layer to go on top of that mint macaron layer. Okay, so just like so. So that's looking pretty good. All right, another thing that I think I want to use is some of our gorgeous vellum. And I know, oops, Daisy, I'm kicking things around here. And I know that that is actually not mint macaron. I think it's pool party, but I think it goes really well with the mint macaron. So I think I'm going to cut a little square down out of that. So I think I might do this one. Let me see, 4 3/4. So I'm taking off 1 whole inch. 4 3/4 by 3. Let's try that. 4 3/4 by 3. I'm just going to see what that size looks like on the front of my card. 4 3/4 by 3. Not bad. Or I could even just layer it like that. That's looking quite nice. All right. So the thought process here, what does the Zoom program do for you? By the way, we can see dead space off the side of my desk. Okay, it's just actually that it's not widescreen, and I'm not sure why it's not widescreen, because it is actually widescreen here. But yes, I can see that you can see 2 black bits down the sides, but that's okay if that's the way it's going to be. All right, so we've got that. I can probably hide all my things here. See, I'm just looking. I can hide things on the outside of my desk and you won't know that I've got a mess there. Okay, let's see what we've got here. So we've got this beautiful punch. And I think what I want to do is, I think I just want to stamp this, and I'm going to fussy cut it out. I know you're probably thinking, why in the world would you want to do that? But I just think it looks nice the way it is. And I'd like to, I wish we had a punch that would cut the whole lot out. Oh, I need a bigger block than that one. Let's try this block. Okay, so that, like that. So I need some Whisper White cardstock, which I've got some here. And I think what I might do is I might stamp that and color it and cut it out. So this stamp set is really, really awesome. It's got some, I'm going to stamp it, sorry, in Smoky Slate. I'm chatting away here. And hello, Gail, how are you? From North Carolina. I hope everyone is staying safe. And I hope everyone is enjoying the fact that all of us demonstrators are jumping on and doing so many videos for people. And I think it's awesome. I think it's so fantastic that we are sharing our love of crafting and keeping you all entertained. So I'm just going to bring in my mat, my Pierce mat for this, because when you're stamping with photopolymer, we don't have any give in the back of our stamp. So with our red rubber stamps, we have that sponge backing. With our photopolymer, they're quite solid. And I normally have no problem with stamping, but that has given me a beautiful, crisp, clear image by actually using the Pierce mat underneath. So as I said, using the Pierce mat, you get a better color coverage than using no Pierce mat. Okay, so now I'm going to, they've got these cute little stamps that line up with the colors on here. So instead of using my blends, I'm going to line these up, and I'm hopefully going to stamp the flowers. Yes, so I'm going to grab my Flirty Flamingo, which bear with me while I search for my Flirty Flamingo. There it is, my Flirty Flamingo ink. And I'm going to ink that up, and that's going to color my flowers. So bear with me. I'm going to stand up so I can get over here so I can see where I'm stamping and line it up. And that's going to stamp our flowers with Flirty Flamingo. Okay, there is also this stamp here that is going to stamp our leaves. I'm going to line that up because it's going to stamp, let me see, let me get this right. It's going to stamp that side there. So I'm just going to line these up, and then I'm going to pop them on a block. And believe it or not, it actually sticks to my fingers. So I'm just going to use I'm going to stick to that too, but there we go. Got that one lined up. I'm going to grab a block from over here. One of those. Hopefully that block's going to work. And I'm going to grab the other leaves for here, and I'm going to line them up. This is probably something in your Stamparatus that you might like to do. Oh, that way. Get it the right way might help. Okay. I'm thinking that's looking quite good. It's a bit hard because I can't get my head in the screen here. But I think that's looking quite good as far as, lining it up. Okay. And once you've got them lined up on your blocks, you'll be good to go. So I'm just going to pick them up now on my block, and I'm good to go with some ink. So I think I'm going to go mint macaron. What's the difference between the Pierce mat and the stamping mat? This is the Pierce mat or the stamping mat. I'm not sure, Nina, what you're asking. It's probably, we have a silicone mat and we have the Pierce mat. The Pierce mat is the mat that you use. So we're going to line them up and we're going to stamp them down. And I'm just going to move that a little tiny bit and restamp because I didn't line it up very well. I'm absolutely, let's try that. That's looking a little bit better. All right. So I'm going to stamp another one of these, and I'm just going to try a different approach as well. Let me stamp another one. And I'm thinking I might try. I watched my friend Lisa Marie Smith. I watched her do some colouring with her watercolour pencils. So I'm going to try that on this one too. Because when she did it today, I was like, that's a great idea. I should try that. And I'm looking here and I have Flirty Flamingo, and I think it's Granny Apple Green. So what I'm going to do, and I'm just, bear with me, I've got to try and grab my blender pens from down here on the floor, which they fell off my desk, and I kept thinking, I'll pick those up. Well, now I've picked them up because I had to. You have the foam mat. Yes, Nina, the foam mat is the similar thing. Yes. Or an old mouse mat, you know, like from the computers, people used to have a mouse mat that they used to use, just something that's got a little bit of give in it, to be able to get a good stamped image happening. All right, so now what she did, she got some blender pens. So if you haven't seen our blender pens before, they're fantastic for blending out inks. And what she does in classes is she said that she scribbles a bit of color here like this for them to use. And then what they do, I'm going to make sure my blender, yes, they grab their blender pen, they pick up the color, and then you can color with your blender pen. Okay, so we're going to give this a go and we're going to see what the difference is. And I'm probably going to like this a lot better than stamping. I think probably with these, if we stamped off and didn't have so much color, it probably would look better. Okay, so I'm liking that. I'm thinking that's really nice to be able to do that. And then the beauty of the blender pens is when you go to change color, you just have to scribble a bit off here, and we'll add a bit of, I nearly need to sharpen my Granny Apple Green, but we just add a bit of Granny Apple Green here to do our color, and we can pick that up and color our leaves with our Granny Apple Green. So you can see how easy that is by just using your watercolor pencils and being able to color just like that. Okay, and I'm not quite sure what color I should do. I might actually just do the, in the middle of the flower, I might just do that darker and then just blend with the blender pen. So that looks quite good. So using your watercolor pencils, you can get a really nice effect as well. I don't actually know whether we have, do we have a pool party? Oh, we do. Oh no, we have Balmy Blue, Coastal Cabana. What color do we have here? So probably your Coastal Cabana we could have done with that, or even the Balmy Blue could have made it look, actually, do you know what? I'm going to try some of the Balmy Blue over the top of the Granny Apple Green, and let's see what look that gives us. Is this one Balmy Blue? No, that looks like it's purple. Balmy Blue or Coastal Cabana. Let's try one of these. I'm just going to see what changing a bit of the color up and see whether that does anything. I'm just playing here. Lord knows what's going to happen here. Oh, look at that. That's changed the color of the leaves again. I was just trying to make it look a little bit more like the mint macaron so that it wasn't so bright in the green. That color doesn't look too bad. Okay. It is a very useful tip, isn't it, Linda? I was thinking the exact same thing. When I seen her do it, I was like, wow, that is awesome. All right, so what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to fussy cut some of this, and I'm not going to cut it all out because I actually want to use the punch. So I'm just going to cut around this, and we're going to fussy cut this out, and then you'll see what I'm actually going to do. I just want to fussy cut around my leaves. And I know that people say, oh, I don't fussy cut, but look, this is going to take us 5 seconds to fussy cut around here. but the effect on our card is going to be so much better. Okay, so I'm just roughly fussy cutting around. And as you see, I'm moving my paper. I'm not moving my scissors. I'm moving my paper to be able to fussy cut, okay? And then I'm going to cut that. All right, so I've got that right there, like that. So now what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to bring in another piece of Whisper White, and we're going to stamp the sentiment. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of the mint macaron, and I'm also going to use some of the Flirty Flamingo so we can incorporate this into our stamping. So I'm then going to stamp. I'm going to use this little dotted stamp that's going to be an outline. Now, one of the things when you've got stamps like this, you really need to just place it down on your counter, let it sit naturally how it wants to sit, and pick it up with your block so that it sits really nice and it's sitting the way we need it to sit. All right. So I think I'm going to do that in Flirty Flamingo. Okay. So we've got Flirty Flamingo there. I'm then going to take one of the sentiments that says wishing you the best. So I'm going to mount that up on a block. Okay, and we're going to ink that up with our mint macaron, and we're going to stamp that down in the middle saying wishing you the best. Now, as you can see, using the Pierce mat, it's giving us a really, really crisp, nice image when we're stamping. So the other thing I want to do now is to add a little bit more of a highlight. We have this gorgeous flower, so I'm going to mount that up, and I'm going to grab my smoky slate, and I just want to add a little bit of interest to my sentiment layer. So I'm going to stamp off so it's not so bright or not so dark, and stamp on our sentiment. So I'm thinking just like that will be really nice, because then we've got a little bit of interest on that label. And I'm then going to cut it out with our punch. Now with the punch, you've got a little bit of outline outside that beautiful dotted border. Okay. So then I'm thinking that on our card. So I'm seeing how we're going here. So we have these layers here. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is to add a little bit more interest and texture into the background of my layers here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this layer here, and I'm going to run it through the embossing folder with the new gorgeous Ornate Garden embossing folder. It is so, so nice. So just bear with me. I'll go and grab my Big Shot. Okay. So we're going to bring that in. I might zoom out a little bit so that we can I zoom out? Yep. So that we can see that Big Shot a little bit better. Okay. So I'm going to take my Whisper White layer. I'm going to put it into my folder. Now you can use this line here to line up your layer if you want to line it up, if you're worried about it being straight. Now, one of the main things is to make sure you put your fold going through your rollers of your Big Shot machine first, or your die cutting machine first. So I've just got the base plate, the embossing folder with my cardstock, and our blue embossing plate over the top. You love the colors, Margaret? Yeah, nice soft colors, but they go together beautifully. Okay, so we have this gorgeous embossed layer. So that's going to create a little bit more difference in the texture of the background of our card. Okay, so let's see what we have here now. So we have this. Now, I want to mount this onto here. So now you can see what I was actually going to do. I probably could have done 2 of those, which I might do that. I might bring in another piece of Whisper White. See, I'm playing around here, and I'll do it on the back here because we're not going to see it anyway. I'll bring in my Pierce mat. I'll stamp the corner of that stamp because I don't need the whole lot now. I only need really just the flower section. Oh, really, Jenny? You're going to get a storm. Okay. And I just want a piece of scrap paper, which where is scrap paper when you need it? There's a bit of scrap. We'll put that. I just didn't want to get it on my Pierce mat, that's all. Okay, so we're just going to stamp that down in that corner because we really only need the flowers. So we'll do that colouring technique once again. We'll take my Pierce mat out of the way and we will load up some Flirty Flamingo there. We will grab our blender pen and colour in our flowers. Now, this is just normal Whisper White. With your blender pen, you have to be careful that you don't go over and over and over your colouring, or our Whisper White will pill. If you wanted to maybe use our shimmery white, it would probably not pill as bad, or our thick Whisper White, it probably wouldn't pill as bad as our thin Whisper White. Okay, so we've got that. Now we'll have to do the same thing with the green like we did before. So I'm going to have to do the Granny Apple Green first, and then I'll do the Bermuda Bay over the top. So we'll do Granny Apple Green on our leaves. But what a fantastic way to colour. So thank you, Lisa Marie Smith, for teaching me how to do this. I was ever so excited when I seen her doing it today. I thought, you know what? I could do that. And if we didn't have this wonderful world of the internet, we wouldn't be learning all these new techniques from everybody, because how would we all be connecting? So I do thank the Lord that I do have access to the internet, which is fantastic. So you're just picking up a little bit of colour and then going over, and see, I'm mixing these colours together, so we're getting that different green, which I think is fantastic. I'm not sure, does anyone know out there whether we have a pool party watercolour pencil? I don't use watercolour pencils very often, and when I seen that technique, I thought, you know what, I would probably use watercolour pencils more often if I had have known to do a lot of colouring like that. So now I'm going to fussy cut that out again. Oops, we didn't do, hang on, we didn't do the Flirty Flamingo in the middle. Oh, I did it like that, that's right. And then just use the blender pen over the top to blend it. Okay, so clean off the blender pen. Don't forget to clean your blender pens when you've done it. Oh, well, it sounds like you are all in for a bit of a storm. We don't have anything like that up here. So obviously it's the bottom part of Australia that's storming. So let me know where you're watching from. If you're just watching and you haven't commented before, feel free to comment, because it always is awesome to be able to chat along with me. And I love people chatting with me. And don't feel scared to chat. We're not going to think that you're crazy or what in the world is that person doing talking on here. I love it when people watch me, and I love it when people chat with me. It's like being in my craft room and chatting away with me. And as you know, I'm not short of a conversation. That's for sure. Oh, no, Mike's not well, Jenny. That's not good. I hope he takes care. And it's not good to be in hospital at the moment either. Like, it would be, I mean, I know that's where he needs to be, but yeah, I would be like not wanting to be near the hospitals at the moment. All right. We're just staying home, staying safe, staying inside, and generally staying out of trouble is what I'm doing. I'm trying to anyway. Okay, so I'm just going to pop some liquid Tombow on that so I can line that top one up. So you can see that your die cut fits nicely into that flower. And then this one we're now going to be able to put on the bottom, which will be even prettier. Oops, didn't give it time to take hold and fit that into there. Okay, so that's looking super pretty. What do you think? Hi from Kentucky. You don't say much, just watch great videos. Do you know what, Debbie? Welcome, and thank you for saying hello, because it's really nice that people chat with me. So welcome, Debbie. I'm so glad that you decided to jump on and have a chat. All right, I'm thinking I've got mint macaron ribbon, so we might use that. Here. And another thing that I've been using a fair bit of, which I've been really thoroughly enjoying it, is, oops, my iPad just slipped, is our gorgeous metallic thread. So I'm going to use a bit of that as well today. All right, so I'm thinking that, yeah, I'm going to line up those on my card now. So, oops, I've got metallic ribbon, metallic thread going everywhere here. Where is it? It's under my iPad here. Okay, let's just pop that off to the side until we're ready to use it. Okay, so I'm going to layer my beautiful embossed layer. So once again, this is from the Ornate Garden Suite, the embossing folder. And it's super, super cute. Beautiful flowers. So I'm just going to line that up on my mint macaron layer. Okay, I'm thinking I want this on here, and then I'm going to use, you know me, some ribbon once again. Hey, Winanne, how you going? Okay, so I'm thinking some ribbon across there will be really nice. So seeing as this is going to cover a good portion of this, this vellum, I think I can actually put a fair bit of glue just in the middle. But what I also want to do is I want to pop some glue dots just on the corners of, if I can find my glue dots. Where have they gone? Ah, here they are. If you could see the mess on my desk at the moment, you would understand why I'm like, where is that? But you know, that's what crafting is all about. So I'm actually just going to pop a glue dot, just a small one in each corner, and I'm sort of rolling it up a little bit so that it doesn't cover as big a space as what it normally would. But just to pin those corners down, because I find when I use glue in the middle of vellum, it tends to want to curl the corners up of the vellum, like it doesn't want to sit nice and flat on my card. So because this is embossed and it's actually thicker, well, I did have someone asking me, was it thicker than normal vellum? I think because it's embossed, it feels thicker. So I'm just going to do that, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we're not going to be able to see those glue dots too much in the corners. So I'm just going to lay that down on that embossed layer. So like that, and stick the glue in the middle, because the glue's going to, this sentiment's going to cover that glue anyway. So that looks quite good. All right, so we've got that. And then I'm thinking I'm just going to go across with my ribbon. So I'll grab some double-sided tape. The messier the desk means you've been working, Winanne. Yes, I have been working. As I said, I've designed my online class for next month, which we will be releasing on Wednesday, Rose and I. So that was my job this morning. My job tomorrow will be probably to record the video and take all the images and get all of our graphics all sorted so that we can release it on Wednesday. So I know there's a lot of anxious people waiting for that ornate garden suite to be available. So I'm thinking that our online classes will be very popular this month. So if you're thinking about buying the ornate garden suite, you should think about purchasing our online class for the simple fact that you get a card kit and you get a private video tutorial. So you get inspiration straight away. As soon as you've got your suite, you will have 6 cards to make straight away. If you buy the whole suite, you will have 12 cards to make straight away. So it's an awesome deal. Shameless plug there. I keep plugging it, but yeah, it's going to be a great class. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that up on dimensionals on the front. So we all agree that a messy desk means that that we've been working. So true. Okay, so, and Rose has taught me this awesome thing of being able to get the backings off my dimensionals by, with your pokey tool, poking it in and you twist as you pull it up. So poke it in and twist as you pull it up. Poke it in, twist, twist and twist. And it's so much easier doing that than trying to pick them off. All of us with our false fingernails have a hard time trying to get the backings off, and none of us will have false fingernails unless we're crafty enough that we can do our own nails. I know I'm not. So, okay, so I want that in the middle, but I also want to use some of my gorgeous silver thread because I think it just needs something in behind. So the silver thread is a great alternative to just add a little bit more interest. You've just cut up 120 card bases, Jenny. Well done. Congratulations. You've been a busy girl. That must mean you're so industrious, Jenny. Yes. Matthew's saying he's industrious too. And Gail's saying me too, Jenny. So there you go, Jenny. There's a lot of people that saying they're very industrious. All right. So I'm just going to take the backings off that double-sided tape that I've popped on the back. And now what I'm actually going to do is with my silver ribbon, silver thread. Now, sometimes I wrap it around my hands and I grab a bunch of it and I stick it in behind. But what I actually did this morning when I was doing my online class was I manually just stuck it in where I thought I wanted it to sit. So it takes a little bit longer to do it this way, but I think I got a nicer effect because I placed it, as I said, where I wanted it to be. And it's really not too hard. We just keep looping it around. Sorry, it's probably gone out of view. Looping it around and putting it where we want it to be. And as I said, it may take a little bit more extra time, but I was much happier with the effect compared to when I just loop it around my hands. But personal choice. If you just want to loop it around your hands and go for it, then so be it. But this is what I did and I was quite impressed. And so you just keep sticking it into your double-sided tape and putting it where you think you want it to be. And then what I did was I kept looking at it thinking, not too bad. I want some more to be here where these flowery bits are. So I'm just going to pick it up now and I'm going to go out this way with it. So just out there and in there and out there and back in there and out there and back in there. And I think that's going to be, yep, just about enough. All right. So you're going to see now how it just creates a little bit extra oomph on your cards. Some of these I just need to, it's a little bit wide, some of them. So I'm just going to bring them in a little bit more. And that one there, a little bit more. And this one just here. Need to bring it in a little bit. Okay, now let's see how that's looking. Yep, very happy with that. All right, so now I'm just going to pop some dimensionals on the back of that. And popping your dimensionals over your silver thread keeps it in place where you want it to be. But it normally, like when you stick it into the double-sided tape, it normally sits really well. Wow, I know. I was going to say I'm down to new dimensional sheets, but I'm not. I found some more. I'm using up, I don't know whether you heard in one of my other videos, I'm using up more of my dimensional sheets that I've been using during our in-person live fundraiser event that I did for the Australian Rural Firefighters. So I'm using up all the sheets of dimensionals that were at the tables that I collected at the end of the day. So once again, twist and pull up those backings. I'm so glad Rose has taught me this trick because now I'm so much better. Oops, I say that now and I can't get this one up. There it is. So much better at taking backing sheets off, and they all pile onto you take your picture, so you can just put them in the bin all at once. Okay, so I'm just going to place that in the middle like that. And then I think I want some gorgeous pearls to make this look absolutely beautiful. You've got two of about every colour Stampin' Up has, Jenny. Well done. Well done. But you know what? Like, you're passing your time. Like, you're using your time to create and have a great time. So I'm just going to zoom that in a little bit more so you can see more of that card. Let's zoom it in a bit more. Okay, so I'm now going to pick up some pearls and randomly place some pearls around. So I'm just going to, one there, one over there, maybe one down here. And I'm thinking I might like some of the big ones on my sentiment label, like that, which is not looking too bad. Okay, so of course we're going to need Wink of Stella. Everyone agrees, don't we, that we need some Wink of Stella. You saw Frenchie do it and she's a whiz at it. Okay, so Rose is my friend in Jenny. Rose is my friend in New York, and she's a Stampin' Up demonstrator over in New York. And we do online classes together. And she's awesome. And you can find her on the internet, on Facebook as Stamper's Delight, and also on YouTube as Stamper's Delight. Her name is Rose Ward. So I'm just doing a little bit of Wink of Stella on the flowers here. I'm going to do a little bit on the leaves just to add a little bit of shimmer and shine on the leaves. I don't know whether you can see that shining on the video there, but it's adding some gorgeous shine. And once again, I'm going to use my spritzing technique, where now you make sure you've got everything closed and shut when you do this. You grab your Wink of Stella and you just spritz it. You bash it on something that's hard, and it just gives a beautiful shimmer and shine all over your card. Okay, and I've just realized it went all over the screen of my iPad. Oh no. Okay, I'm going to have to deal with that when I finish. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flip you back around and have a little bit of a chat with you. Oh, where is that camera going? So hopefully you enjoyed that. Wow, I'm super close, aren't I? I need to zoom out a little bit. Let me see. Can I? No, I can't zoom out. But anyway, so hopefully you enjoyed watching me craft live. And I'm now trying to work out how to clean the screen of my iPad, because it now has beautiful, oops, the daisy. beautiful wink of Stella over it, but I think I've cleaned it. Hopefully I have. Oh, the trials and tribulations of crafting on the fly, and I really wasn't ready to do that. But anyway, I did. I cleaned it all off. It's okay, everyone. It's all right. It's not a problem. I did get it fixed. Okay, so thank you very much for watching me live today and for being an awesome audience for me. Now, if this is the first time that you've watched, please feel free to comment. If you're watching the replay back on later on, please feel free to comment. Now, the last chance to actually get that gorgeous, beautiful Tags in Bloom stamp set with a $180 order. Now, just remember, I have a special that if you order $90 or more through my online store from now until the 31st of March, you will get our Tulips online class for free, the card kit for free. So I'm just going to show you. So this is one of our cards. So this is an easel card. So you'll get the kit to make this card. You will also get the kit to make, this was one of Rose's cards, this card. You will also get a kit to make this gorgeous card here. And you will also get the kit to make this card here. If you purchase through my online store $90 or more, from now until the 31st of March, you will get that kit for free. And I will be cutting those kits this week again. I've already cut many of those kits and sent many of those kits out to people. So thank you very much for everybody that has ordered and everybody that has supported my business in the last week and a half or so. My business has really, yes, increased massively because we're all stuck at home, and what can we do? But we can craft. So I hope I've made your day a little bit more pleasurable. I hope I've added a little bit of sunshine to your day. If you've got bad weather, hopefully I've added a little bit of sunshine to your day. And as I said, feel free to share this video back onto your Facebook page. Sharing helps get my video out there to everybody. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, please feel free to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button down in the right hand bottom corner, and there's a little bell notification there. Don't forget to click on that bell notification. That will let you get notified every time I jump on and do a live video. So hopefully I will be jumping on more often, and I think the YouTube thing is working really well. Dawn, you're a first timer. Where are you from, Dawn? Let me know where you're watching from. Oh, thank you, Dawn. Dawn's saying that she's a first-time watcher and that she loved my card. And thank you very much, because I love hearing comments like that. I love knowing that I have inspired you to get into your craft room. I've made the time pass a little bit better, and I've brought a little bit of sunshine to your crafting day. So once again, everybody, big hugs to everybody all over the world. Stay safe, stay home, don't go out unless you really have to, and let's kick this virus in the rear end and get rid of it so that we can all get back to doing what we normally do. But as I said, thank you very much, Winanne saying it's always a pleasure to see me. So thank you very much for spending a bit of time with me, and until next time, have a lovely weekend, and I will try and pop on. I'm going to hopefully pop on daily, and even if it's just for one card, just to entertain you. I won't be creating events. I won't be telling you what time. I'm just going to jump on. So if you've hit that bell notification, you will get notified when I've gone live. So until next time, everybody, have a lovely day. Bye for now.